I have some sad news to report. So the water heater that I did the combustion chamber replacement on in the yard video, the lady just called me that I sold it to, and she took it to Hemet, and she goes, help, 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 I need replacement parts, I need this, I need that, there's black all over it, blah, 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 it's not working, some guy's working on it right now. And I'm like, did you run propane or natural gas through it? And she goes, propane. So she took a natural gas water heater and ran propane through it. You can't do that. I mean, you can for a few days, but yeah, so it doesn't burn the fuel all the way. You get all this black soot. I mean, propane's like twice the PSI. She basically destroyed that water heater, and I feel bad for her, but she didn't tell me she was planning on running propane through it. Otherwise, I would have told her to go, you know, get a propane water heater. All that work, shot down the tubes.
Okay.
You get to the gas at all?
You should be.
Is there a way to get to it? Through this hatch on the side or something? You need a cap up here. It's important for the venting of the gas. You need
Oh, the draft.
the draft top,
Yeah.
because it lets fresh air, and sometimes if you do that, if the gas is back up, it'll cause the water heater to shut down.
You're talking about the draft collar, right? The little.
Yeah, it's like a cap,
Yeah.
you know, that fits on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't run the ducting directly on top of the. It seems like you should, you know, to capture it all, but you need that air to come in to help kind of.
Induce it up.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of pulls the gas up.
That's right.
So that's something you're definitely going to want to fix.
Okay.
Because if you get any kind of, I don't know, yeah, well, it didn't look too bad up there, but if you get any kind of sharp angles and it's running a lot, yeah, it can back the gas up, and then it creates a lot of heat down in the combustion chamber.
Gotcha.
That's just something I noticed. But,
No, you're right.
I mean, we can still change out the parts and stuff, because it may or may not be related with that.
What is this?
Yeah, it's right there.
No, yeah.
It's a little access hatch. So there's a little access hatch. Get to the gas.
Is that something I could buy at Home Depot? The collar?
I might have one in my truck, because I'm doing an installation later on. Okay, so we're doing a service call on a Bradford White, and after my last Bradford White nightmare service call, I'm going to replace the valve and the burner assembly, because I don't want to mess around, you know. I got an installation to do in a couple hours, so I don't want to end up coming back here. So he's got it shutting off. It shuts off, I don't know, once a day, sometimes multiple times a day. And you know, it's exactly like the one that was out in Oklahoma. But that without that little draft cap or draft hood, I think it's called, the little cap that fits on top, it can cause major problems. So this is off of, I did an installation on Sunday. I didn't film it. and everything was working. So. We should be good with working parts, but I ended up having to replace the burner assembly on that just nightmare job. Oh man, I was there for hours. And the house was full of people, little kids coughing and stuff. It was just like, I was so tired too. I barely slept. It's a lot harder for me to work when I'm tired. Like, I know it's hard for everybody, but like I get cranky. I make like simple mistakes. It's just, oh man, it's awful. Alright, so that's all coming up with me. I gotta replace this. Got a like a 7/8 I think line run into it. So it's just like endless pipe dope and goop all over it. Some of it's just crazy with the Teflon tape and pipe dope. Way too much. I was on a job the other day, right? And the guy had like his military buddy come out and install the water heater.
Right.
And he had brand new parts and stuff that he got from Ream or bought someplace. And he didn't want to touch anything, which was fine. And so I did the work. I replaced the parts, and as I was leaving, I looked up at his ducting, and he had, you know, that flexible dryer ducting.
Yeah.
Like it's almost plastic.
Yeah,
like it's a lightweight. It's for like hot air.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's the ducting that he had installed on top of his.
Oh crap. Okay.
On his water heater, and it was like the full length. You know, so it went up and then went down, and that's like...
That's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, you can't... The gas doesn't do that, right? And it had, like, started to melt it, and I think that was part of his problem. But he said it had been like that way for, like, a year. I was like, okay, but you want to get that fixed, like, ASAP.
Yeah, definitely not good.
Yeah, you don't want that. So, that is... And then he wanted me to do it. And like, I got back to him later, and he's like, "No, but he's gonna come out and do it." So, yeah, you want like the rigid. That what you have up there is okay.
Okay. Right.
It's kind of thin, but it's okay. It'll work, you know.
Should be a little thicker.
A little bit, but it's all right. I mean, for what you got, I mean, the rest of it gets better as it goes up, it looks like. Okay. But technically it's supposed to be double wall, you know, when it comes, so when it gets close to wood, they have a really thicker, like it's called double wall, it's like a double wall B vent.
Yeah, to prevent it from becoming...
Right, it like the inner wall takes all the heat and then the outer wall stays cool, so if it comes into what they call anything combustible, right, like wood or...
It's protected.
Yeah, it's protected, it's just, it's kind of overkill, but...
So theoretically, put the collar on and hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, if it's valve or burner assembly related, then it's not going to happen again. Right? Because we're changing that out. If it's related to that, or you can do nothing and see if it happens again and then change that.
Yeah, I'll probably do it anyways just to have a peace of mind because the wife's already been on my case. The worst is when she would go with the kids to shower and then all of a sudden, oh, water. I'm like, oh, crap.
Oh yeah, no, that's it's happening all over the place.
So is it an SDG&E problem, what you were explaining to me?
No, I mean if it continues, you might. It's just an option for you to do. You know, you call them and have them come out.
But I'm talking about like the other cases that you have where you're saying that it's happened all over the place. Is it something that you're seeing happen like?
Well, I just think it happens in wintertime more often. They just have like a working, because it seems to happen a lot in the winter. And the only thing that changes about the winter is it gets colder, right? So I think, and I have no proof of this, and but it's so consistent that I think that the pipes are getting cold, and it's just causing the gas to maybe the pressure to change, right? Because most of the pipes are outside, and it's causing the pressure to change, and then the valves are just really sensitive, and they're just reacting to it.
Got it. So like a pressure drop.
Yeah, like exactly. But I could totally be wrong. I think if it was really going on, that literally everyone's water heater would be shutting off. You know what I mean? So
that makes sense.
It's probably not real. It just seems to happen in the winter a lot. I don't know. Maybe people are using more gas in the winter, and so they're getting a pressure drop because of that.
What else do you do? Just general construction?
Yeah. Yeah, our company does a bunch of different stuff, so we do mostly residential. Yeah, that's okay.
Smart.
Oh yeah, no, I've been.
You have me here at night going.
I started doing that a long time ago.
That's what triggers it to turn on, right? Open the gas.
Yeah, I just got to purge it. I blew air through the tube, to make sure that it was clear. So while it's apart, sometimes you'll get sediment or little particles or something will block it, and it'll create a really small pilot flame, and then that screws up the voltage that you need to run the circuit board. So I always just check it to make sure I can hear it, and then I can feel the air pressure moving through it.
Yeah.
And then because there's so much air in there, it takes longer to light it. So just purging it now.
Right now you're just letting gas go through, right?
Yeah, I'm just letting, right. Exactly. There we go. It just makes it easier to light, Just like one click.
I came out here and I was like following the instructions as it is, and I'm like holding down.
Yeah. That whole 5 minutes and turn the gas off thing, I don't know what that's all about.
I did all the safety every time I came out here because I figured the gas was on for a while since it turned off on its own. But
Okay, so it came up normal operation. There we go. Do you know what setting you guys usually keep it on? I didn't really pay attention.
I put A or B.
A or B?
Because it's been really hot.
Oh,
That's
okay.
for sure. It does heat up the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll put it between A and B.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. All right, so that was a quick little service call. I'm not messing around with Bradford White anymore. Not after that last job, so it came up normal operation. Everything's fine. Hit temperature, shut off. So it should be good to go. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. So circulate the video a lot, and a comment, of course, really helps, and a share. So thumbs up, share, comment, and appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you made it here to the end, and have a great Christmas and a great day. See you later. See you on the next one.